So friends, today we are discussing about the manufacturing and assembly aspects in machine design and some concept about limit, fits and tolerance, how we have to decide the limits, fits, tolerances, allowances, what are the different kind of systems are there, and how assembly and manufacturing is becoming more standard and more easy. So that is the main thing that you have to see. The main objective of uh, discussing this topic is to effectively learn about the limits, different kinds of limits, fits, tolerances, parts, so that manufacturing becomes easy with minimum cost and assembly can be effectively done. When you have to see, it is impossible to why we have to learn, why we have to provide the tolerances or allowances in manufacturing part is that you already know about uh, difficulty in manufacturing the parts in standard geometry or say specific size. Yes, always variations are there. Suppose you have to manufacture 100 mm diameter shaft. So exactly 100 mm is not possible. Maybe 99.5, 99.6 or 100.2 or 101. So variation is always there, and degree of variation is always acceptable to certain limits. So except to that kind of the variations, we have to apply the allowances or tolerances, and during the assembly, we are proposing the fits, different kind of the fits and limits for that, so that variation can be effectively optimized by means of the cost, and so that precise manufacturing can be implemented very easily, and rejection or acceptance of the parts can be done in the most effective manner possible. So this is about the why we have to see or why we have to study these things. Now you have to see various kinds of limits, fits and tolerances are then and for that Bureau of Indian Standard BIS. According to the BIS, let we see some terminology about the size. Size is normally the number expressed in a particular unit. For example, say we have to measure the length in terms of say mm or meter or say centimeter. So in a particular unit, we have to specify a number for any component. That is normally considered as size. Size may be diameter, size may be length, size may be anything else, length, width, height. Now you have to keep in mind about the basic size. Basic size is the dimensional deviations. Suppose we have to decide the size, and based on the size, actual size, based on the size, we have to decide the basic size. So this is the size based on the dimension deviations are given. So what are the maximum permissible deviations in the dimensions of any component during the manufacturing? That is based on that we have to decide the basic size, and the actual size is what just have to see. So actual size are the size of the component by actual measurement after it is manufactured. So you have to decide the ideal size, that is the demand of the industry or demand of the customer. Based on that, depending upon the tolerances, you have to decide the basic size, and after manufacturing what you get is the actual size. But actual size should be within the limit of the size, whatever we have decided previously. So that is the important topic that you have to keep in mind while deciding the size. Now, limit of the size, we have to see here limit of the size. Various varieties of the limits are available, and depending upon the limits, there are extreme permissible size to which operator is expected to manufacture. So maximum limit and minimum limits are there. That is the two zones of the sizes. Then you have to see uh, in Bureau of Indian Standard System, internal features, those which are not cylindrical are designated as whole. Internal features are considered as whole, and according to Bureau of Indian Standard, those which are not cylindrical but of external features are considered as shaft. So cylindrical parts that are only omitted from this list. So hole are the internal features you can consider simply, and shafts are considered as external features. And shaft and hole are basically combined together to make a particular assembly. So keep in mind about the hole and shaft. A hole and shaft are not like a major part, but any features, any internal and external features are recognized as hole and shaft in the machine design. Now, whenever you are providing the proper deviation, what are the deviations? Deviations are of normally two types. Here you have noted that upper deviations are there and lower deviations are there. So, depending upon the deviations, what you have to do, it is the algebraic difference between the size to its corresponding basic size. It may be positive, negative, or zero, depending upon the requirement, depending upon the required things. It may be positive, negative, or zero. Now, upper deviation is what? It is the algebraic difference between maximum limit of the size to its corresponding basic size. Suppose basic size is 100 and maximum limit is say 101. Then upper deviation is 1 mm. And for the same thing, the lower deviation is the algebraic difference between minimum size to its corresponding size. Suppose basic size is 100 and minimum limit is 99 mm. Then again, 100 minus 99 means minus 1 is the lower deviation. So this is how you can decide the deviation in form of upper limit and lower limit. And after denoting the proper deviation, you have to decide the further dimensions properly. So from the upper deviation and lower deviation, you have to decide the actual deviation. So actual deviation is the difference between actual size and its corresponding basic size. Now actual size is what we already discussed in the previous slide, that actual size is the actually manufactured or actually produced component, actually manufactured product from the machine tool. So you have to decide whether your actual deviation should be within the upper and lower deviations or not. Otherwise, it may be difficult to understand. Now here you have to see specific tolerance. So normally we have two types of tolerance system: unilateral tolerance system and bilateral tolerance system. In unilateral tolerance system, we have to provide the tolerance in both the ways. One directional, whether it is upper or lower. Suppose you have to see the example here. You have to see the example here, where 1.878 is the actual dimension, and here unilateral means any one sided, lower side is given. Okay, like this. It may be on positive side, but only on one side. In bilateral tolerance, what we have to do is we have to provide the tolerance on both the sides. Just have to see upper tolerance is also there, plus 0.002 and minus 0.001. So both the way tolerances are provided in this case. So ultimately, here what we have to do, we are basically conceptualize about the deviations, different kinds of the deviation that as we have discussed here. Upper. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind about the tolerance. Here, how we can decide the tolerance? Tolerance is what deviation we already understand about. Now, just have to concentrate on this lower deviation things. This is the hole, and this is the shaft. This is the maximum diameter. This is the minimum diameter, and you have to see the lower deviation. As you already defined the lower deviation, basic size to maximum for the hole, and for the shaft and upper deviation. This one is the upper deviation from this line, upper deviation, and this line lower deviation. So this is the lower for lower, this is for the upper. And tolerance is the difference between maximum limit of the size and minimum limit of the size. Maximum limit of the size and minimum limit of the size, and it is always positive and is expressed as a number without a sign. So it is always positive. Tolerance is the maximum minus minimum. So that is the simple tolerance. Here you have to see this is the maximum limit, this is the minimum limit, and this one is the tolerance as shown in the figure. And zero line is the graphical representation of the above terms. The zero line represents the basic size. This line is called as the line of deviation. This line is called as the line of zero deviation. So where zero deviation is to be assumed, we are considering it as zero deviation line. Now we have to see about the specific tolerance. Now tolerance can be provided on the two ways. Tolerances can be provided on two ways. One directional tolerance and both directional tolerance, as we already discussed this, now both side and single side. Now fundamental deviation. Here you can see about the maximum diameter and minimum diameter, and difference between maximum diameter means maximum dimensions and minimum dimensions is considered as tolerance. So this one is the tolerance and this one is the low limit. This is the zero line and lower deviation is this zero line. So this one minimum dimensions, zero line to minimum dimensions. So this is the minimum dimension, this is the zero line, and zero line to maximum dimension is called as the upper line. Zero line to maximum deviation, zero line to minimum deviation. So this is the lower deviation, this is the upper deviation, and we have 25 fundamental deviations as per the Bureau of Indian Standard System, represented by capital letters for the whole and small letters for the sharp. So here you can donate it as A, B, C, D to Z, excluding I, L, O, Q, and W. In addition to above 4 sets of letters, try to remember this notation about the deviations. And for the sharp system, same thing is there, but it is to be denoted in small letters. For example, capital H, small h, for example, say. So some dimensions are there that you have to see in the upcoming slides, how to use this donation and how to decide the dimensions from that tolerance system. Now here you have to see fundamental tolerance. We have grade of tolerances are there, and depending upon the grade of tolerance, here you can see fundamental tolerance are also called as grade of tolerance. In Indian standard system, we have 18 grades for the tolerance, and it is represented by IT01, IT0, and then IT1 to 16. IT represents standard tolerance, so it is called as a standard tolerance. It is true. And depending upon this 18 grades, some numbers are decided, already pre-decided as per the Indian standards, that can directly be used for calculating the example also. So this is about the sharp based system. Now you have to see, we are deciding all these things for the whole system, whole. We are providing the tolerance for the whole. For the sharp, just have to see, this is the maximum dimensions, this is the minimum dimension. You can see this one is the minimum dimension, and maximum minus minimum is called as the tolerance. So this one is called as the tolerance. Maximum minus minimum is called as the tolerance for the sharp. This one is called as the tolerance for the sharp, that is represented by H. Same way represented by H for the tolerance. And same way lower deviation and upper deviation. Here you have to decide the zero line, any zero line here in between these two tolerance, and decide the lower deviation upper deviation for the sharp system also. Same thing is there. You can have. Now you can see here how to use these things international tolerance grade IT that we have already decided from 0, 1, 0 and 1 to 16. The fundamental deviation in IT grade is given and basic size. So it is represented like this 50H8 for whole system, for example. So H means capital, capital means H system. As we have decided, H capital is represented as whole and small letter is to be represented as shaft. Same way here, small h should also be there. So what you have to do is, for representing the international tolerance, you have to initially write down the basic size of that component. Then you have to see the fundamental deviation. Fundamental deviations are of many kinds: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, omitting some terms represented by capital letters for the whole system. And IT grade. IT grade we have 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 16. So this is the IT grade, international tolerance grade. Same way, this is the basic size for the shaft. This is fundamental deviation. F system is there. F is used fundamental for fundamental deviation. And 7 is IT grade. And combining this term will represent the fit. We are likely to discuss the different kind of the fits in the upcoming slide. So when combining these two terms, will give the fit system. So this is the shaft tolerance, this is the hole tolerance, and this is the basic size. They are set of the tolerance. Now IT grades are, I have already discussed in the previous slide, 0, 1, 0 and 1 to 16. For measuring the tools up to 8, you have to see here for measuring the tools, and for later they are used for material. Here up to 15, and from heat it is approximately from 4 to 11, 10, and from later on for large manufacturing tolerance they are used like this. So these are the IT grades based on the application point of view to provide the uniform level of accuracy. So this is about the standard things. Now here you can see some machining processes, range of the size from and to, including the notation, including the dimensions. And what are the different kind of tolerances are there? You have to see here. Dipping or winding operations are there. You are providing the grinding, diamonding or turning operations or boring operations, then broaching operations, reaming operation, turning, grinding, slotting operation, milling operation, and drilling operation. Last one is drilling operation. Now, depending upon this diagram, for example, say you have to talk about the milling operation, then you have to follow this graph, where you have to choose this. You have to choose this amount of the tolerance depending upon the size. Suppose size is ranging from 4.5 to say 7.799, then you have to follow this tolerance for milling operations, then subsequently for remaining operations and for remaining size. So this is the chart how you can decide the tolerance based on the various machining or manufacturing processes. So this is about the tolerance based on the machining operation, and these are the tables. Different manufacturing operations, serial number from 1 to 16. 16 various manufacturing operations are there, and IT grade, suitable IT grade are defined in this table. Now fit. As we already discussed about the shaft, we have to discuss about the hole and how to decide the IT grades and other things. Then our main objective is to define the fit. Depending upon the requirement of the applications, which kind of fits are suitable for which kind of the assembly. So before assembling anything, assembling two components in form of shaft and hole. Shaft is the external features, whereas holes are the internal features, as we have discussed. You have to decide the proper requirement before assembly. So fits are of three types: clearance fit, spring fit, and running fit. Clearance fit means and the feet provide the clearance between shaft and hole system. Here the thing is that the tolerance zone, you have to keep it in mind about the tolerance. Tolerance zone of the hole will be above the tolerance zone of the shaft. So here you have to see, these are the tolerance, H are the tolerance. This is the minimum dimension of the shaft, this is the maximum dimension of the shaft, this is the minimum dimension of the hole, this is the maximum dimensions of the hole. So this is the tolerance, maximum minus minimum means tolerance for the hole, and this is the maximum minus minimum means tolerance for the shaft. And here you have to see tolerance zone of the hole, this is tolerance zone of the hole, is above the tolerance zone of the shaft. So there is always a gap between tolerance zone of the hole and shaft in clearance feet. So this is called as the clearance feet. And the example is H7. Suppose you have to go for the H7, H and IT grade 7, G feet and IT grade 6 for the whole subsystem, and for the whole system capital H and IT grade 7, and combining these two shaft and hole together will get the clearance feet. So this is about the clearance feet. Then we have to see the shrink feet and milling feet also. Interference or shrink feet is there. Here you have to see it provides the interference between hole and shaft. Here the tolerance zone of the hole is below. In the previous case it is above, but here tolerance zone of the whole system is below. Just have to see, this is the shaft, minimum dimensions of the shaft, and tolerance zone of the hole is below the minimum dimensions of the shaft. Whereas in previous case tolerance zone of the hole is above the minimum dimensions of the shaft, and it is the tight fit. We can call it as tight fit, in which case, for example, you have to see the H, capital H for the whole system with IT grade 7, and P, small p with the IT grade 6 will provide the interference fit. And minimum interference, at least minimum interference, is the algebraic difference between maximum hole and minimum shaft. Maximum hole, this is the maximum hole and minimum shaft. So this is the minimum interference. You can see from the figure itself to clarify the things. And transition means running fit. It is smooth fit. As usual, normally it is used widely. Sometimes provide the clearance, sometimes provide the interference depending upon the requirement. And this class is specifically represented in this way. So depending upon the application, you can decide whether at what time the shaft and hole are interfere or overlap to each other. So this is the example 75 capital H IT grade 8 for the shaft system with small h, and J IT grade 7 for the shaft system with basic size 75. Is the example of transition fit. Here you can see hole is there, hole and shaft is there, and hole is there. So sometimes it is providing clearance, sometimes it is providing interference, and sometimes normal running fit. We can consider it as. So three types of fits are there, and depending upon the application and assembly, you have to decide. So this is in nutshell about the clearance fit, interference fit, and transition fit. How they are located each other, and this slide will provide you the exact idea about. So this is the maximum clearance. You can see this is the maximum clearance, and this is the minimum clearance. So there is clearance is always there. In interference fit is what? This is the maximum interference. You can see this is the maximum interference depending upon the hole and shaft, and this is the minimum interference. Still interference is there. Okay, and ideally it is ranging between this. And here you have to see maximum interference, minimum interference here, and most probably provide the easy running fit. So it is transition fit. So three types of the fit together to easily compare each of them together. So here you can see A, B, C, C, D, 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 then various kinds of the grades for the whole system denoted by this H, and dark H, shaft system from small A, B, C, as we already discussed, 18 grades, same grades represented capitally by whole base system and represented small notation by shaft base system. So this is about how different kinds of the grades are available in form of the deviation. So main thing is these are the deviation grades. And British standard fit. I will show you how to use the data by means of an example. Here you have to keep in mind about the tolerance. One of the most important thing is the tolerance. Here I will show you, for example, say you are talking about the H. Say for example you are talking about the H9 grade. Then depending upon the nominal size, say 10, then you can choose this tolerance for the subsystem and for the for the whole system and for the subsystem. For example, say F7. Suppose you are preparing F7, the nominal size is 10, then you have to go for this kind of tolerance. So this is the standard tolerances. Standard tolerance decided by British standards, and depending upon the whole and shaft system, appropriately you can choose the tolerance from this diagram, from this table. So it can be used during the example. It can be used during the example. I will show you how to use this during the example. And here you can see some standard forms of fits and limits classification readily available. H11, H11, C, small C11 provides a large clearance. So if you need the clearance and easy assembly, you can go for this. This is the loose running fit, H9, small d combination, capital H9, small e9, easy running fit. Then H8, capital H8, small f7 for the shaft. This is for the hole. This is for the shaft. And this is deviation grade, and this is the IT grade. Normal running fit. Capital H7, small g6, close running fit, and precise H7, H6. Good lubrication under the constant temperature. This provides the good lubrication under the constant temperature. So depending upon the requirement of the application, you can choose the appropriate combination for the hole and shaft together. So these are the more combinations. If you go for the tight or heavy drive, specifically in permanent assembly, you have to go for this one. Permanent assembly, capital H7, small s6. So depending upon the requirement, you can choose the appropriate combination. Now, hole based system and shaft based system. Suppose you have to prepare the hole. The size of the hole is kept constant. Suppose you have to keep the size of the hole constant. Hole means internal features. If you keep the size of the hole keep constant, then variation is to be provided in shaft. Size of the shaft is to be altered to achieve the different kind of the fits, whether clearance fit, interference fit, or transition fit. So what kind of fit is achieved by means of only changing the size of the shaft? Here you have to keep the hole size constant. then that type of system is called as the hole based system. And similarly, shaft based system is also there, in which you have to keep the basic size of the shaft constant and variation is to be permitted in the holes to provide or to achieve the different classes of the fits. So keep in mind about the hole based system and shaft based system, and applicably you can use this thing. Now you can easily understand this by this example. Now you have to consider the drive pulley. You have to consider a drive pulley and shaft. Shaft dimension is 40 diameter and the keyway provides the positive rotation. Keyway provides the positive rotation. The required fit is H7, small h6, positive rotation. So what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the maximum and minimum limit for the size of the hole and shaft hole. So this is about the things. This is about the rough diagram of the hole and shaft system. This pulley is fitted over the shaft where we are likely to provide the keyhole. Keyhole is the internal features, so it is to be considered as hole. And for that, it is already given that you have to prepare the H7, capital H7, and for the shaft system you have to provide the small h6. And in this respect, in this combination, we have to calculate the limit for maximum and minimum limit for size of the hole and shaft. Basic dimensions are already provided. Now, how to calculate these things that I will show you in the subsequent slide. You can easily see. See here, you have to refer some standard dimensions. 540 H7. So in the initial column, we are deciding the 40 with the standards that I have already explained in the previous slides about this. I have already explained you. And for H7, just have to see plus 25.0 and small h6 minus 16.0. So this is the standard tolerance provided based on the British standards. So this is the design data that you can use to decide these things and maximum limit of the size of the hole. Just have to see maximum limit of the size of the hole from this 40 plus 0.025 plus 25 means 0.0. 0.0, just keep in mind 25 means 0.025. So 40.025, and here, as you can see here, it is 0 lower. The minimum size of the shaft is to be kept as 40. And here minus, upper means minus. So 39 point minus means 39.984, and minimum size is this one. So you have to see the maximum size of the shaft and maximum size of the hole. When maximum size of the shaft is there and maximum size of the shaft and hole is there, and you have to imagine the combination of these two. Any combination can be provided depending upon the manufacturing of the object. So this component is providing the enough transition fit. This is the way how you can decide the specific tolerances depending upon the specific fits. Now, second example is that based on the calculation of the tolerance, fundamental deviations we have to calculate and limit of the size of the shaft and shaft only with 40 H8 H7. 40 is the basic dimension, 40 mm, H8 for the whole system, H7 is for the shaft system. Okay, and tolerance grades are already provided here. Okay, we have provided this 5, 6, 7, 8. You can refer this table also. Design data book is permitted to solve such kind of problem. So how to see this, I will show you how to calculate the tolerance. Similarly, fundamental, first we have to decide the fundamental deviation. So for fundamental deviation, we have to prepare the this table: upper deviation small s and lower deviation small ei. In shaft designation, deviation is to be calculated by means of this standard equation. That equation no need to remember, it can be permitted to use the design data book. Shaft designation and deviations in by means of this. Now in our case shaft designation is what? In our case shaft designation is, and this is for the whole system according to the diameter. Okay, according to the diameter you can decide the deviation, fundamental deviation for the hole and fundamental deviation for the shaft. So this is the fundamental deviation for the shaft standard table and fundamental deviation for the hole. Now you have to keep in mind about the H8 and F7. H8 and F7. So F7 is there here. F is there here. Okay. And for the hole, capital H7. And depending upon this diameter in step 30 to 40, you have to take this one, which is deviation 25. So this is the way how you can read the table, design data table. And use this upper deviation is denoted by ES and lower deviation is denoted by EI, and for the shaft small es and small ei. And according to the Indian standard, just have to see EI means lower deviation of the shaft is equal to upper deviation of the shaft minus IT grade, or ES is equal to EI plus IT according to the configuration, according to the standards. So using this equation, we are trying to solve the problem. First of all, you have to find out the geometric mean diameter. As 40 mm is given, since 40 mm lies between the step of 30 to 50. So first of all, we have to find out the mean geometric mean diameter, and from geometric mean diameter, the standard tolerance limit is I. So this is the equation that you have to follow in finding the I in micron and converted it into mm by providing 1 micron is equal to 0.001 mm. So this is the standard value, standard equation for calculating the standard tolerance, equation of tolerance that we have previously discussed. Now standard tolerance for the whole system is grade 8, IT8. IT8 is already given. Grade 8. It is already given in the data, so we are preparing this one from the design data. IT8 25I, and I is already calculated, tolerance is already calculated, so put I value over here will give you the standard tolerance for the hole and standard tolerance for the shaft. It is already given 7, so F7 is there. So for F7, 16 into I. So this is the standard tolerance for the shaft of grade 7, 69, and you can use this from the design data. 25I and 69 you can use from the table. That I will show you this table. IT7 and IT8. IT8 for the whole system and IT7 for the shaft system. Keep in mind these two things together. And we have used this 25I and 69 from this table to calculate the standard tolerance for the hole and standard tolerance for the shaft. So I think it is very easy to understand now for you. Now here fundamental deviation, you have to find out the fundamental deviation for the hole. Fundamental deviation means lower deviation you have to prepare for the whole H from the design data. Again, deviation for the whole, you can prepare this table, deviation for the whole, fundamental deviation for the whole H system, and fundamental deviation for the shaft. Here I will show you which equation is used first, and then we come to these things. 0 EI, fundamental deviation, lower deviation for the whole is 0. And here you can see this equation, yes, upper deviation for the shaft minus 5.5 d raised to 0.5 for F. F shaft is used here. For F shaft, I will show you how this equation 5.5 into d raised to 0.41. So here you have to see for F belongs to shaft. So fundamental deviation for the shaft, this equation is used. As F is grade to be used, you have to use this grade. And then for the H8, you can prepare the deviation in form of 0. H5 to H13 with low. Here is 0, so we have taken it as 0. And here 30 to 40, ranging between 30 to 40 with low impact. So it is considered as 0. And use this in this dimensions to get the fundamental deviation for the shaft and fundamental deviation for the hole. Now limit size. Limits of the sizes are, first of all we have to decide the basic size, that is 40 mm given. Now upper limit of the hole is the lower limit of the hole plus tolerance. So tolerance already calculated, so lower limit of the hole plus tolerance will give the upper limit of the hole, and upper limit of the shaft means lower limit of the hole or basic size. Directly you can take basic size minus fundamental deviation. So fundamental deviation is already there here, already used here. This one, fundamental deviation for the hole, because we have to calculate the upper limit of the shaft from the lower limit of the hole, so deviation in the shaft is to be omitted. So this is the standard equation for calculating the upper limit of the shaft. So upper limit of the hole and upper limit of the shaft, then upper limit, lower limit of the hole is considered as basic size. Lower limit is considered as basic size. Upper limit is to be considered as upper limit. We have already calculated by applying the tolerance, because here H is used, H with grade 8. Okay, keep in mind about this. For H and with this basic size, only plus 25 is upper side, lower side 0 is there, and for shaft minus 16 and 0. Okay, so that we already decided. So upper limit, lower limit is same. Upper limit of the hole is adding the tolerance, and upper limit of the shaft is this one, reducing the deviation and adding the tolerance in this. Again, this is the upper limit of the shaft by subtracting the deviation from the basic size of the hole. Okay, and again to achieve the lower limit, again you have to subtract the tolerance of the shaft from the upper limit, so that lower limit can be achieved. So this is the how you can go for the shaft limits. So upper and lower limit of the hole and upper and lower limit of the shaft is to be calculated in this way. So why we have to go for this? Some advantages are there. The time for manufacture of the component is reduced, so we can standardize the component and we can provide some zone so that operation can be easy and operators are relaxed to provide the certain flexibility in producing the shaft. Also, spare part can easily be available in a various range for various brands. But disadvantage is what? Special purpose machines can be made. Jigs and fixtures are provided to make certain kind of the operations, and gauges are also provided, and initial expenditure is very high to decide the jigs, fixtures and other things. Once you have to manufacture jigs and fixtures depending upon the hole and shaft system, depending upon the required limits and fits, and accordingly then you have to go for the mass production. So mass production is better for this.